Hey guys, Gameboy 3800 here, once again, back today doing another computer review. This time it's another Alienware laptop. This one is a bit special because this is the final Alienware laptop done under their own brand name before Dell took over. What I mean by that is, if you look at the bottom, it will say Alienware Corp around the label. Before, or all newer ones would just say Alienware. So yeah, as always with my laptop reviews, I go over the exterior first. Today, all plastic, but it is pretty thick, hard plastic, meaning it's durable, not brittle. It could take a beating. It's got a soft rubber finish, it feels, or soft matte finish. Pretty fingerprint resistant, but it does get scratched up if you do it really, really badly. I think you can see the scratch right there. Now next, I like to go over the ports, and unlike most computers, this actually has something on the front. We have the speaker on left and right, and a DVD drive in the center. On the left side, we get some venting here. We get what I believe is either an IR blaster or... nope, that's a reset button. Then we get an SD card slot, and our hard drives, or solid state drives in this case, are here at the side, along with a PC card here. On the back, I get a little bit more venting here. We get a gigabit LAN, a USB, HDMI, VGA, and eSATA. More venting. Then we get a TV tuner over here, and next to that is the power. This will use the new Dell adapters, so you don't need to get a proprietary thing for that. The right side is all audio and a couple USB. We have a Kensington lock port here. We have optical audio out. We have two USBs, a FireWire, a headphone microphone, and then a volume wheel. And then nothing here. Alright, let's look at the bottom. This here's the battery. Now, unlike newer Alienwares or Dells, it doesn't have a light indicator. On the bottom you do see the subwoofer. It does give a nice solid sound. Not too boomy, but it does help add. And we got all the venting here. It's pretty concealed. But what I actually ended up doing was, there's like this little dust filter kind of thing. I ended up taking it off here and here because that's where the main fans are. And that just helps get better airflow. Alright, let's go ahead and open up the screen here. And it is on. I'll turn off this light so that you can see that the keyboard is backlit. And it can change colors depending. Well, we can do a function combo of FN and F10. So it's either off, blue, green, or, as you will see now, red. Red is very dim, green is nice and bright, and you would use blue to match up with the LEDs and also the alien head on the back. That was traditional on all these old machines. As you can see, this does have, I believe this is called the skull cap design, where it's nice and flush instead of having all the Alienware ridges. Log in. We're going to see that this has a Windows 7. I'm going to zoom you into the screen here because that's where we will be focusing for the rest of our time. I guess I should mention, it does have a webcam. It's okay. Well, okay for the time of 2009 or 2008. Today, I would use anything else but it. Now, the battery on this does hold a charge, but not a very long one. It's only got about 2/3 of its original charge. And there we go. So these machines could come in quite a few varieties. I'm going to go and make sure that I have my brightness all the way up for you to see. There we go. You may or may not be able to see on the side that we have an Intel Core 2 Extreme QX9300. This is a quad-core processor. It can be overclocked. It is awesome. And then we have two ATI Radeon 3870s. And they do pretty good in gaming. I'm not going to do any gaming in this video because I have already done a pretty extensive benchmarking comparing this machine here to the M17-X. You can see that in the card in the top right over here. So, let's go over a little bit more of their specs. I will pull up the system. Right, so the system, Core 2 Extreme QX9300, we said that. It's got 4 gigabytes of memory. It can hold up to 8 gigabytes of DDR3 memory. So you can do that for, better gaming or better multitasking. I would recommend at least 6 gigabytes on this because with the 64-bit OS it does use 4 gigabytes pretty easily, especially when gaming. And yeah, there was one issue I had getting the ATI drivers to work, but you just need to look up for the old legacy drivers on the AMD site, and then they work just fine. Let's see if we can pull up the Catalyst control menu. Pinned preferences, where's settings? About Catalyst Control Center. Alright, version 2013-0429, and then other things. It's a 2013 driver, so pretty new for this system, pretty old in today's standards. That's 4 years old now. So yeah. I will say one thing. These machines, especially the early ones, like I believe this unit is, have had serious issues with the quad cores. Whether you get the Q9000 or Q9100 or Q9200. Quad cores on the early machines had a lot of stuttering. And this machine has a 2 when it first starts up, but as long as you keep it in high performance and wait a few minutes to get up and running, then it seems to be pretty stutter-free. Let's see if we get any stutters on battery. I have not tested this, so this will be a good first-time thing. And I can also show you that the speakers are pretty nice to sound. Let's turn it up a bit. I think that's a pretty good representation. That was with the speakers turned all the way up, and there was one bit of crackle. I do think that's normal for the subwoofer to do that. So no complaints there. They sounded nice in my gaming testing and, basic internet browsing. I guess the next thing I'll talk about is the screen. It is a 1920 by 1200 60 Hz panel. I can see everything clear as day from the far right, even looking like dead onto the screen. But I believe if I tilt it, it does wash out a little bit. Not too much. It's a very good screen for the time. You can still very easily use this today. One thing I don't like, though, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see it in the video, but there is a dead pixel like somewhere right in this area. It's white. And it's aggravating, yeah, but what are you gonna do? The screen works perfectly fine otherwise. And yeah, if you should go over and watch my other video if you are interested in gaming performance with some new and old titles. So, well, I say new, newer than this. Newer than 2009 and then older than 2009. So yeah, let's go ahead and get to... Where is it? Hello. There it is. And that's it. With the quad core, it almost never gets bogged down, and it runs at a really good speed of 2.553 gigahertz. If you really wanted to, you could overclock it as well. But I think it's fine the way it is. The final thing I will mention is the temperatures. The highest I've ever seen a single CPU core get is 70 degrees. And the highest I've ever seen a GPU core get is about 75. And I think that's pretty good on the GPU side because both of the graphics cards are cooled by one fan, so I think it's really efficient cooling for the time. So yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. If you guys enjoyed the M17-R1, then please go ahead and leave a like, favorite, comment, share, and of course don't forget to leave a like as well, and subscribe and all that. Again, still. And thanks, Game Boy out, I will see you in the future. Goodbye.